Welcome back to another episode of Void City Reviews. I am Dan.
I'm Toast.
And today we are going to be looking at a NECA Batman 1989 Batarang Replica. Comes in this box right here and is right there. Yeah, that's really all I can say about it. It's a replica of Batarang from the 1989 movie, Michael Keaton version. Not like the new one in the Flash where it's all silver. This is the original version where it's black with silver tips. And it does some stuff.
It has hinges.
It has hinges. Like you said, they are like a kitchen cabinet. So
Yeah, so they get a little springy at the end. So like there.
Yeah.
Close up. Insert close up. How many of these props do you have now? Prop replicas? You've got some guns? Do you have batarangs? Other batarangs?
I have lots of things, but they're not NECA necessarily. We looked at the 1989 grapnel gun right up there. If you want to take a look at that, guys. That was also a NECA prop. That was okay. I've got a Nerf replica of the Batman Begins grapnel gun, or like the Dark Knight one.
Weird.
I've got the Build-A-Figure replica of the Ben Affleck grapnel gun, which you got all the different pieces to build it. That came with all the figures from Mattel back in the day. So that was kind of cool. The only other Batarangs I really have are all actually metal and are real throwing knives, basically, that are based on like the Batman Begins or just Batman design.
This was what, $30?
This was $30. I think it's okay. I don't know. It's
all right.
I mean, if you really get in there close, I'll throw in some close-ups of this, but I mean, like the hinges, they could have been assembled a bit nicer. Like you can tell some of the screws aren't quite lined up as well as they could be. And so when it's closed, like some of the folds aren't as, like they're not as flush as they could be. The pieces aren't as quite as lined up as they could be. So could this be better? Sure.
Well, you were talking about the stand before we started
the
filming too, which...
So it comes with this stand, which is really the only reason the box is this gigantic for this tiny little thing that could have just, you know, been in a little tiny bag. I don't even know what. This stand fills this whole box, and it's literally like a hollow piece of like heat molded plastic that was just like formed over a mold. And it's what you would normally get inside any other toy that would hold the toy in place so it didn't get damaged in shipping.
Yeah.
Only here they're like, oh, you can reuse it as a display stand.
This is that exact plastic.
Yeah.
Packaging.
It's like they had extra pieces of packaging and they just heated it up again and reformed it over a different mold. And they're like, recycling. Now you won't throw it away this time. You'll keep it in your house and it'll be your garbage that you put on your shelf. And so you paid NECA $30 for it.
It feels cheap. It might look nice. It might impress someone if they don't touch it.
Yeah, and it's definitely because it's all plastic. There's no metal other than the little hinges, which again are so tiny that being metal really doesn't necessarily add anything to them. I mean, it is pointy. It's nice, but it is just plastic, and it does feel like if you were particularly rough with folding it, that it could break quite easily.
Sure.
So you're not going to be throwing this around or,
no,
you know, having it's meant to sit on a shelf and not really be touched, I think. Yeah, there are certain places, just like with the grapnel gun, where it doesn't line up. The screws could have been lined up better. The pieces could have been fit together better. There's flashing on there that could have been trimmed off so they fit together better. It just seems like, at least in my experience, a lot of NECA things where it could have been awesome, and the price point was for something that should have been awesome, but the craftsmanship behind it just doesn't match what it should have been as a final product, at least to me. That's how I feel with a lot of NECA things.
I feel like this in particular is maybe a $10 item that they are charging $30 for.
Yes. Oh, yes. So this must be a $20 plastic stand here. This is good stuff, folks. All the people I kept seeing, it took me so long to get this thing is because every time I'd see them, Walmart would get one, and it was stolen. Every single time you go back there to grab the box, and the box has this thing in it, this big dumb thing, no Batarang.
What?
So finally went there, and they had one that was intact. I'm like, oh my God, it's in there. I could feel it's not just empty. I wonder what else is in there. And it's just this big damn thing. I got this, and I'm like, man, I bet you the guy who stole these things in the past, like, got home and was all like playing with it for 10 minutes and broke it and was like, oh.
Guess I gotta go steal another one.
Right? Man, I could have gone to jail for this piece of crap. But that's a lot of people that go to Walmart. Go to the toy aisle and see everything ripped up and broken into. Like those Adam Page figures with all their belts missing. I took a photo of that. I'll put that right here. It's hilarious. Walmart, Walmart, Walmart. And I haven't seen this anywhere else. Target does have the grapple gun, but I've never seen the Batarang there. I'm assuming they would probably get it. I don't think it's an exclusive for any reason. I just, for whatever reason, maybe it just sells too quick. Maybe they only get one at a time like Walmart seems to.
I don't know.
Maybe they get stolen there too and people just take the whole box. I don't know.
I mean, some of the NECA stuff is divided between Target and Walmart. Like movie stuff movie Turtles goes to Walmart, but
Cartoon Turtles
yeah,
goes to Target.
right.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but
It's
whatever.
Walmart. No one understands.
Are you not recommending this?
I'd say if you want something that looks decent to put on your shelf and you're fine having it be on a shelf far away from you and you're not going to scrutinize it up close, go for it. But otherwise, there are better replicas out there. I think I would rather just spend a bit more and get one that's like actually metal or actually nicer with a better stand.
Did it fold in the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it full. There's like one or two shots where it actually shows him like flip the thing open and it pops open. But it was, if I recall correct, I don't know. In the movie, there's a lot of trickery. I think it was more like he was just holding it like that, and just by flicking it with his thumb, it like popped open. It was in the very first scene where there's those two guys. There's the one guy he knocks out, and then the other guy who looks just like Ernest, except if Ernest's life had gone a bad direction instead of a hilarious direction, with adventures being a garbage man fighting trolls with his dog Rimshot. Yeah, and so the guy's running away. He just flips that open and he throws it, gets the guy's foot, and that's the guy he holds over the building.
It does bring some memories back. Okay.
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
I was just thinking I'd want something more one piece metal without hinges.
Yeah. Yeah, because even if you flip this open, it closes again. So, yeah. They definitely do have the one-piece ones. They have ones that just fold in the middle, which is probably a better one.
Unofficial, probably?
I think there's both.
Okay.
I mean, they've been making these things now for like almost 40 years.
Yeah.
89,
there's that.
40 years, 30. They've been making these things for almost like 30 years. I'm so old that math has just, it's the dementia, guys. It's fine. It's good.
It's fine.
Yeah. I wanted it to be better, but it was NECA. I knew it probably wouldn't be.
The unfortunate thing about NECA is their stuff rarely goes on sale. So it's probably just $30 and you're not going to be able to find it on sale.
No.
So decide, and then hopefully you decide correctly.
Yeah. Because, I don't know.
But I wouldn't pay more than 30.
No. Oh, no.
Like if you're some third-party seller.
Even on Walmart's website now, it's 35. I'm like, really? That's... I'm not a fan of that one. So, yeah, get it at your own risk. It's all right. I think it's a bit sturdier, actually, than the grapple gun. At least it feels a bit better. The grapple gun really was put together a lot more sloppily than this is, but that has more parts. This being what it is, I expected a bit better. But, it's not terrible. It's just not...
It's all right.
Great. It feels like a slightly better Halloween costume prop, kind of.
Yeah.
So save your money and get some cool Ghostbusters props from your Halloween spirit store instead.
Sure, yeah.
Because those go on sale, and those are actually pretty kick-ass. Maybe we'll get some of those this year, but they always sell out so fast. Oh, well. You got anything else? Any opinions on this guy? No?
just echoing anything that you've said, I'm generally not impressed. And I think I said earlier, if you want this as like a display piece, not something that's going to be handled by yourself or guests, like it might be impressive behind glass.
Yes.
And then just don't touch it.
In a case would probably be best, like behind glass where no one can get close enough to it to realize it's as cheap as it is. There you go. That's a good way to sum it up. If you're a super, super, super 89 Keaton Batman fan, this is maybe for you. Otherwise, wait for a better one.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's been about it, I guess, on this thing. Thanks for tuning in. I am Dan.
Toast.
And this has been Void City Reviews. Like and subscribe. Let us know what you think, and we will see you next time.